There's no difference from what is happening to Yoruba people in North Central and Yoruba people in South today, because they have been separated from other group of Yorubas, and today you see history trying to repeat itself. The same people are saying Lagos is no man's land and it should be separated.
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video, Yoruba Youth has dropped a shocking message that's now going viral online, and honestly what he said has left many Nigerians speechless. He claims that both Igbos and Fulanis are after one thing, Yoruba land, but according to him they are just using different methods to achieve the same goal. Now, before you jump to conclusions, listen carefully, because the way he explained it will make you think twice. In a viral clip titled "Scrambling Yorubaland," Igbo people want Lagos, Fulani people want Kwara. The young man began by saying something that immediately caught attention. He said, the majority of our Southeast brothers and sisters want the Yoruba land to believe that the Fulanis are the only problem they have. Then he went further to explain he is not defending the Fulanis, but he believes the Yoruba have been fighting them openly for generations. He called them, and I quote, an honest enemy. According to him, history shows it clearly. From the Jalumi War to the Mugba War, the Fulani came with battles, with swords and horses to take Yoruba land. He said that is why they are called honest enemies, because they come with war, not pretense. But then he dropped what many are calling a bombshell statement. He said the biggest threat now isn't the one coming with guns, it is the free enemy, the manipulative one that plays emotional games, that pretends to be a victim and slowly takes over land through sympathy and politics. And then he asks a question that is now trending all over social media. Is there any difference between a Fulani militia using force to chase Yoruba people from their land and another group calling Lagos a no man's land? He said it is about land settlement, land colonization, and grabbing Yoruba territories. In his words, they all have one goal, only their methods are different. But that's not all. He went deep into history, saying that if many Yoruba people actually knew their past, they wouldn't be making the mistake of choosing between two problems. He brought up how the Yoruba-speaking Okun and Igbo people in present-day North Central were separated from the West long ago. According to him, Chief Obafemi Awolowo once tried to reunite them, but Zik Nnamdi Azikiwe allegedly opposed it and even accused Awo of expansionism, which he says played a role in the separation that still affects Yoruba people today. Then he connected that history to what's happening now, warning that the same tricks might be repeating itself. He said, look at what the Ishekiris are facing in the South. It is no different from what is happening to Yoruba people in Kwara and Kogi today. Finally, he ended with a chilling warning that history might be repeating itself, as some people are now pushing the idea that Lagos is a no man's land and should be separated from other Yoruba territories. According to him, that alone is a sign that the same old game is back again. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
The majority of our Southeast country people are guilty of one thing the Yoruba to believe that the Fulani are the only problem they have. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Fulani are not a problem in Yorubaland. In fact, the Fulanis have been an honest enemy of the Yorubaland. And what do I mean by that? In the past, the Yoruba have fought different wars with the Fulanis. We have the Jalumi War, we have the Mugba War, and many more. That is why I call them an honest enemy, because they have always come with battles, with war to take Yoruba land. They have always come with war, scrambling for Yoruba land. Do you know the biggest enemy? They are the free enemy, the manipulative one. You will never see their true color. They are very, very good in playing emotional game, victim game. Is there any difference of interest between a Fulani militia using brutal force, displacement to chase Yoruba people from their ancestral land, and the other group that is calling Lagos a no man's land? It is still about land settlement and colonization, scrambling for Yoruba land. It is all about grabbing land. Both of them have only one goal, but they are using different methods, tactics, and approaches. That is the only thing that is different. But when we talk about goal, interest, they all have it in common. But the one who don't know your history, if you do, you will not be making mistake by choosing between two problems. Yes, the same Kwara, Okun, Igbo people in North Central have been in the North Central. They would have been united with Western region at that time. When Baba Awolowo attempt to reunite them back, Ahmadu Bello should have been the most concerned because of Ilorin, but no. Azikiwe was the one who championed the campaign against it. Yes, he was the one that even gingered Ahmadu Bello, and they accused Awolowo of expansionism. These are the other side of history. They will not tell you because of the part their own kindred played. But they will be gesticulating, they will be telling you, Ilorin has been taken by Fulanis. But if you dig down, if you dig deep, you will know that there are some dirty politics which has been played in the past. Look at what the Shekiri are facing today in the South. There's no different from what is happening to Yoruba people in North Central and Yoruba people in South today, because they have been separated from other group of Yorubas, and today you see history trying to repeat itself. The same people are saying Lagos is no man's land and it should be separated from the other Yoruba land. That rings the bell that they want to repeat what has happened in history. If I may ask, why do you see influencers like Very Dark Man coming out to say Lagos should either be separated from other Yoruba land, or Yoruba should either surrender it as no man's land? He was even calling different people names in the video. They are giving you two options to choose between two devils, because many of these people don't understand that there are no lesser devil at all. They all want the same thing, the same goal, the same agenda and interest, which is your rich land. Wake up. One side is saying Lagos is no man's land because Lagos is the old capital of Nigeria. That is their reason. And the other one is saying Kwara is geographically in North Central. Therefore, it belongs to the Emirates. They want to balkanize and change the demographic of Yorubaland and Yoruba territories. The same interest, one interest in Kogi State to please the Fulani people, or Baro of Kogi Central, a title that belongs to the Yoruba Okun people, was given to a Fulani man, replacing the Yoruba tradition with the Fulani. Now in Lagos, they want to install, is it Eze or Obi of the whole Lagos, not Eze or Obi of the Igbos living in Lagos, or the whole Lagos, which means the same goal but different tactics, which is vandalism of Yoruba culture and heritage. Yes, secular colonization, the same agenda, which is to take Yoruba land, but a different approach. Is why you must not be manipulated to justify any form of secular colonization in Yoruba land. We have to wake up. Either play through politics or through war. Many people don't know that politics is war without bloodshed. There is no lesser evil. Evil is evil. It is happening to Kwara and Okun today because they are in North Central. It is happening to Shekiri and Usen today because they are balkanized from Southwest to be part of South. That is exactly what they want with Lagos, which is making individuals like Very Dark Man to say Lagos should not be part of Yoruba land. They have to separate it first. They have to divide and conquer you, after which they will face you alone and teach you a lesson. That is what will happen to those of you calling yourself Lagosian first before your Yoruba identity. Politics has always been war without bloodshed. Azikiwe has always wanted to hijack the Yoruba land through politics, while the other edge wanted to use displacement and armed force. The first man to call Lagos no man's land was Yagan Wasuku, because Lagos is their own desire among Yoruba territories, because they have always wanted access to the sea and the Atlantic. These are the historical things you need to know, so that anybody will not make you choose between two evil. Evil is evil. The purpose now is to protect our heritage, our boundaries and our land. Whether it is war waged through political or harm means, we must protect our land and safeguard it. So don't be deceived or be manipulated. It is all the same agenda.
In our live stream yesterday, we talked about the historical precedents to what is happening today in Lagos. Once there is demolition, there is only one ethnicity in Nigeria will keep crying, as if they are the only ones that are affected by these demolitions. When there is any political whatever in Lagos, these are the people crying. I can count on my fingers many of the things that have led to gbas on the social media, and it is always about Lagos, Lagos, Lagos. I remember in 2023, the issue of Lagos is no man's land was resurrected. Yes, Lagos is no man's land has been there. Yes, it has been there. It's in history. We know who said it. We know where it came from. We know how it was, used as a political slogan sometimes in the past. Well, in 2023, because Obi was contesting, that also came out. Lagos is no man's land. Lagos is no man's land. Lagos is no man's land. And yesterday we looked at is Lagos no man's land? We looked at the pre-colonial history of Lagos. And we looked at the colonial history of Lagos. And we even discovered that those who are crying the most that Lagos is no man's land, as their history in Lagos is not up to 120 years old. Yes. For instance, the Aworis who first settled in Lagos, they have lived over 1,000 years on that land. Now, the Portuguese came in 1472 and met them there. The Igbos came afterwards from Wida, or is it Wida they call it. Then afterwards, some other Yoruba subgroups like the Jebus, the Remos, the Ilajes, or was joined them. Then the Igbos, of course, the Igbos and the Ilajes came together. Then Bini came afterwards. Now, this people group I have mentioned have spent close to some of their descendants who are now in Lagos. Have spent over 500 years in Lagos. After this first migration to Lagos, this first wave of migration to Lagos, then we have the Nupe settlement, Nupe migration to Lagos around the 1800s. And that's why the first chief water that was given Oshodi to was a Nupe man, a Tapa. They are not, Nupe is not, Oshodi is not a Tapa or Nupe type like some people have claimed. I have said that before. And then, after the Nupe, the Hausas came. When we are talking about those who got to Lagos last, the Igbos got to Lagos around 1920. That was when they got to Lagos. So, the question is, you are the last to get to Lagos. Why are you the one crying that Lagos is no man's land if you are the last to get to Lagos? Why are the Hausas, the Nupes, the Benins, although the Benins are claiming to be the owners of Lagos and we have debunked them? I'm going to be, in my next video, I'm going to talk about the privy council judgments in Lagos, in London, before I continue with my etymological analysis of some of these names, Lagos names. So, the Igbos, they are not saying Lagos is no man's land, but you that came later, influenced by the British to get to Lagos, you are the ones telling us Lagos is no man's land. You are the one telling us you developed Lagos. You are the one. Now, the seaport that people are crying about, the federal government is not building a seaport in the southeast as if there is a sea in the southeast. The seaport in Lagos was not built, was not dredged by Nigeria's government. It was only worked upon later on. We are going to get to that history of the seaport. It was the British government in 1906 that dredged what we have in Apapa today. What the Portuguese used, and even some of the British used, was the Marina Keys. That was what they used. But you will realize that the Marina Keys cannot take bigger ships. That was what led to the need to dredge the Apapa Wharf or Apapa whatever. So, if you came last to Lagos, why are you the ones making noise that you developed Lagos? Why are you the ones saying that Lagos is no man's land? When those who have spent like 200, 300, 500 years there are not saying it is no man's land. They know the dangers of Lagos. Even the Benis that are twisting history, when they want to buy land in Lagos, they will go and meet the Aworis, the dangers, and buy land from them because those ones are the landowners. But you that came later, you are claiming Lagos is no man's land. And when the Civil War was going to start, all of you left Lagos and moved back to the east. If Lagos was no man's land, why didn't you remain in Lagos and prosecute that civil war, that self-inflicted war in Lagos, and claim that it was your land? Why did you move back to the east? In 1993, when the Abiola's election was going down and it was as if there was going to be another conflict, many of you ran away back to the southeast. But when you came back after that, you are telling us Lagos is no man's land, the land that the indigenous stayed back during the 1993 election and defended. That's the land you have come back to. You are telling us it is a no man's land. Now, that no man's land is what is generating this brouhaha, because there is an ideology, and that ideology is what is influencing what is going on in Lagos. You want to build your houses on waterways. You want to build where you are not supposed to erect buildings. It is flowing from that ideology of Lagos is no man's land. Some Igbos once held a space on Twitter where they were claiming that once Rose Vivo won the election, that they were going to chase all the Yoruba Obas from Lagos and chase all the Yoruba people from Lagos. Yes, it may not be the intention of all Igbos, but why would you hold such live stream that nobody, no ethnicity in Nigeria has ever held? Talking about how you will chase the owners of the land and their traditional institutions out of their own land. It is this disrespect, this propaganda, this things said on the social media that are leading to all these things, all these reactions during elections that you see.
Lagos, 1 million percent, 1 billion percent, billion percent, it's a Yoruba land. I made a video yesterday and somebody came to that video and called me a coward. So that got me thinking, guys, look around, people that are doing this, people that are coming online to type Yoruba is no man's land. They are not Igbos. They speak Igbos, but they are not Igbos. They come online, they type Lagos State, Lagos is no man's land. They are not Igbos. They don't have shops. They don't have business. Unu nekwa anya fundi na achi mebilu ni ifeo. Ndi nne na ndi nna. Unu nekwa anya kunu fundi na achi mebilu ni ifeo. Ndi enwe kwa shop, ndi enwe ife ha na alu. They will come online and say Yorubaland is not Lagos is not is no man's land. It's not Yorubaland. How can you say that? You left your village, you passed Benin, you passed Ore, you passed so many villages, Yorubaland. You came to the seaside and you say it's not Yorubala, it's not this thing. The people that are saying this, they are not Igbos, so they are not Igbos. If they speak Igbo, they are people that has nothing to do. And let me tell you guys something. If there is crisis now, if there is war, the table will turn. All these people that has no jobs, they don't have business, they don't have anything they are doing. They will become your president, your senators, your local government chairman, your governors. The people that has that has nothing, they has no business, so they have nothing. Some of them will be living inside your houses. That is what it is when there is war and when there is crisis. Ndi nne na ndi nna, dokpuru no munno doba nimuno. Dokpuru no mono doba nimuno. Dokpuru no ndi agbatobi unu doba nimuno. Kan ndi enwe ife ha na alụ gari mebilu unu ife u. Up ife na-ekwu, you understand? Yoruba Lagos State is million percent Yoruba land, and we must respect the Yorubas. You know, the Yorubas and the Igbos has been living peacefully for so many years. No, we love each other. We look alike. People mistaking me to Ronke. People mistaking me to Rolade. People mistaking me to Eniola. Even me myself, when I see Kemi, I used to think Kemi is Chukwudi. When I see Tunde, I used to think Tunde is a Mecca. Sometimes you see me speaking Igbo today, they will tell me, no, I'm not Igbo, I'm Yoruba. What are we talking about? And somebody will come to my platform to call me a coward because I said, don't fight. The people that want to start living in your houses when there is war. People that want to start driving your cars. Wearing your clothes, eating your food. And I don't know, all these, you Yoruba self that are listening to things like this. Don't you know that no Igbo person we get up to say this? No Igbo man we get up to say that Lagos is no man's land, or that Lagos is not a Yoruba land. Lagos is 100%. Lagos is 100% million percent Yoruba land. Please, we should not allow these people that has nothing to lose to cause trouble. Because if all the people, this person that came to my platform and called me a coward, that I'm afraid of fighting, why will I not be afraid of fighting? You understand? If you have seen war in your life, if you have seen fight in your life, you will want to fight. You will want to run away from fight. When I was younger, I fight over everything. I must get everything. I must, whatever that belongs to me must be mine, you know? But not anymore. As I get, as I'm now getting, as I'm older now, you see, that's the reason why I even opened this platform. to give out this advice, because during our time there is no social media. You know, you are not listening to people talking, you are not listening to voice of reasons. But now, that's why I started a platform to tell you that, you know, if package, you know, when you are standing inside the ocean and your penny drop inside the ocean, if you put your hand to look for it, you won't find it. But if you stand still, you use leg and you pick your penny up. You understand? So some person coming to tell me you're a coward, you talk like a coward, you know what? Why would I want to fight? When I know that we have pregnant women, we have children, we have mamas, and we have a lot of people that don't have where to run to. Like me, as I'm talking to you, I have a lot of places to run to. You know, I'll be watching you from CNN, Al Jazeera. I'll be watching I will be watching them dealing with you. You know, I have places to run to. But I know that there are people that doesn't have billions that has no place to run to. You know, when you see fight, when you see the pure water that the motor will be that is distributing to you, you will no longer see pure water. Food, you will no longer see food. You understand? Everything will be dry. You see. I was a toddler during the Biafran War, you know, and I witnessed a lot of kwashiorkor. You know what they call kwashiorkor? You see, you don't allow human being to go through that. Whatever your grievances, we talk about it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. And now the whole world and the people, everybody that is concerned knows that people are grieving and people are talking about it, and that they have to do something. You understand? Today is never yesterday again, because a lot of people, the people that are concerned, know that people are grieving, that they need to do, a lot.